Hello guys, what's up? I go by the name is Coach Prince, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So yes, we have been on this train reacting to the back and forths going on between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. And here, just like we thought, Drake has responded to the latest diss track by Kendrick Lamar. In fact, Kendrick Lamar released two diss tracks before Drake responded. He released Not Like Us and also released Meet the Grahams. And of course, Aubrey Graham, which is Drake, I responded to with a song titled The Heart Part 6. Remember that The Heart is actually a series to which Kendrick Lamar does. K-Dot has done The Heart, and the latest one was The Heart Part 5. So Aubrey Graham, Drake is back here with The Heart Part 6. And guys, without further ado, let's check this out and let's see how Drake does it and what it brings out to respond to Kendrick Lamar, guys. Let's go. Okay.
The Pulitzer Prize winner is definitely spiraling. I got your fucking lines tapped, I swear that I'm dialed in. First I was a rat, so where's the proof of the trial then? Where's the paperwork of the cabinet is filed in?
Wait, first I was a rat, where's the proof of the child then? First I was a rat, where's the proof of the child then? Where's the paperwork of the cabinet it's filed in? So, first of all, Kendrick accused Drake of being a snitch, of being a rat. Then also accused Drake of having a daughter. So he's asking Kendrick, dude, you're accusing me of all these things, but no proof. So let's go.
So where's the proof of the trial then? Where's the paperwork of the cabinet is filed in? 1090 Jake would've took all the walls down. The streets would've had me hiding out in a small town. My Montreal connects stand up, not fall down. The ones that you getting your stories from, they all clowns. I am a war general, seasoned in preparation.
The ones you're getting your stories from, they are all clowns. So Drake is saying here that, dude, all the people that are giving you this false information, they're all clowns, because really all these things are really not true. So let's go.
Jacket is covered in medals, honor and decoration. You waited for this moment, overcome with the desperation. We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information.
Okay. We plotted for a week, then we fed you the information. But earlier you said that the people giving you this information, they are all clowns. So Drake, are you saying that your guys, the guys that fed him the information, are the clowns in your team? And you say it was part of the plots. Isn't that a little bit contradictory there? Part of the plots, they're all clowns. But let's listen. Let's listen. I'm just asking this question because this is what I saw online. Let's go.
A daughter that's 11 years old, I bet he takes it. We thought about giving a fake name or a destination, but you so thirsty, you not concerned with investigation. Instead, you in that Venice studio, it's a celebration. You gotta learn to fact check things and be less impatient. Your fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration. Even the picture you use, the jokes and the medication, the Maybach glove and the drug he uses for less inflation. Master manipulator, you bid on a speculation. You dumb and reactive, nigga, I'm petty with dedication. What about the bones we dug up in that excavation, and why?
Okay. So if all these things that Drake is saying here, they are true about how he plotted with his crew and fed Kendrick false information, the lady, the so-called 11-year-old daughter without a name, and the fact that Kendrick didn't even fact check any of this information he got, he just went to the studio, the Venice studio, and just put them in the rap in the Meet the Grahams. It just shows that actually Drake is actually winning this, and he's playing the game not just with the pen, not just the pen game, but also playing the petty game by taking these actions. First of all, was towing the fan from Good Kid, Mad City. Now he's back here feeding Kendrick. His team is feeding Kendrick some false information, of which Kendrick thinks he has ammunition to use against Drake, and not knowing that Drake's team is just giving him false information about Drake. So I like the way this is going on, honestly, and I like the fact that Drake is playing this game, but we don't know how true, what's true and what's not, because now there are a lot of accusations going around from Kendrick to Drake and from Drake back to Kendrick. So let's continue though. Let's continue. I like how this thing is going. Let's go.
And Whitney denying all of the allegations. Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? You haven't seen the kids in 6 months. The distance is wild.
Okay. One thing I've really like enjoyed more from Drake's from Drake's verses more than Kendrick is the fact that most of what Drake is using against Kendrick, we are seeing these things in real time, happening in real time. Like we can relate to it. We can see that, okay, this is true. We have seen this. This is also true. We've seen this. For example, yeah, he talked about Kendrick's queen. Kendrick's queen. Why did she unfollow Mr. Morale and she's still following Day Free? Remember that he already accused Kendrick of his children being the children of Day Free, not actually his direct children. But now we saw it online already that truly Kendrick's woman is no longer following Kendrick on Instagram, but she's still following Day Free. So this is actually validating that point. But anyway, let's continue though.
Dave Free and not Mr. Morale. You haven't seen the kids in 6 months. The distance is wild. Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child. Speaking of anything with a child, let's get to that now. This Epstein angle was the shit I expected. TikTok videos you collected and dissected. Instead of being on some disdirect shit, you rather fucking grab your pen and misdirect shit. My mom came over to...
I like that. Instead of being on this direct shit, you rather grab your pen and misdirect shit. So what you're saying there is, I think what this direct shit is like this, like you diss somebody and you direct it, like it directs this to you. Instead, you grab your pen and you misdirect it. So everything, what you're just saying is that Kendrick is not playing the game appropriately. Is instead of him to write and give me direct this is sending wrong narratives in his diss tracks, and he's just writing wrong information on Drake. I like the way it was written there. That's the Drake way of writing, man. His pen game is lit. And sometimes I wonder why I see online and a lot of people are saying that Kendrick can't match up to Drake's and Drake can't match up to Kendrick in terms of rap and lyricism and stuff. The truth is that Drake is a top tier rapper. You can't take that away from Drake, and that's why he's actually number one in terms of the numbers, in terms of the commercial success among all these artists. Drake is its guy. So I just like how Drake is coming on this, and to be honest, I can relate to most of what he's saying there, aside the fact that we don't really know if his team was one that planted the mole and they're actually using the mole to misdirect Kendrick. And if that is true, man, that is actually a brilliant move from Drake. That's a brilliant move from Drake, but I can't take it as facts. So let's continue.
Today and I was like, mother I, wait a second. That's that one record where you say you got molested. Oh, fuck me, I just made the whole connection. This about to get so depressing. This is trauma from your own confessions. This when your father leave you home alone with no protection, so neglected. That's why these pedophile raps and shit you so...
Okay, he said I was like mother I. That's the one track you said you were molested. Okay, let's take it back because this is a reference to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. In Mr. Morale, Mother I Sober is a track where Kendrick was very vulnerable in the track, and when he was talking about how I think it was in Mother I Sober that Kendrick said about how he wasn't molested, but he was forcibly, but his mom was insecure and she projected her insecurities through him, and she actually accused his uncle of molesting him when he really wasn't molested. I think it was in Mother I Sober that happened. So I'd like to see how Drake turned it here. Let's take it back a bit.
Where you say you got molested. Oh, fuck me, I just made the whole connection. This about to get so depressing. This is trauma from your own confessions. This when your father leave you home alone with no protection, so neglected. That's why these pedophile raps and shit you so obsessed with, it's so excessive. They acting like it's so aggressive, but you just never known affection. I don't wanna dish you anymore, this really got me second guessing. Touch My Body by Mariah Carey play, you probably start reflecting. I never been with no one underage, but now I understand why this the angle that you really mess with. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted, I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but that's...
All right, so this part of this is very, very important, because the narrative that Kendrick is really pushing out there, especially with the Midi Graham's scheme and also the Not Like Us, is that Drake is a pedophile and is messing with underage girls. And what Drake said here is this, that if he was doing that over his 15-year career, he would have been arrested. And the truth is, yes, he would have been at least charged at least once, because this is an A-list artist and people are looking for how to, like, in fact, a lot of ladies are even looking for how to take advantage of someone's stardom and get as much as they can. There are a lot of good people and a lot of bad people. And what he's saying here is, dude, if I'd done this over my career, at least I would have been arrested. I saw some things online where people were like, R. Kelly wasn't arrested, he did this and that. R. Kelly was charged a couple of times prior to his official arrest and before he got to jail term. He had a lot of controversies around that surrounding his career, but this has never been a narrative that has spawned around Drake for doing anything with pedophiles. It's just like, for example, Diddy's narrative. There's a rumor around Diddy. He has not been charged or gone to jail for it, but there's a rumor around Diddy. There has not been any rumor of anything pedophilic around Drake. So this is actually a good comeback from that, and that's all Drake can do, really, to tell him that, dude, yeah, you're spinning a narrative about me being a pedophile, but I have never been arrested all through the course of my career. I'm too famous for this you just suggested. And that's the truth. He's too famous for it. Like, he's a top list artist, which means that surely at least he would have gotten one arrest, because a lot of people are looking. He's an easy target, really. He's an easy target, and any loophole they'll use against him. So I'm taking it back a bit. It was a good comeback, and I'm just replying people that are on social media. I'm not trying to defend anybody in this diss track. I'm a fan of Drake. I'm a fan of Kendrick. So before people are like, I'm glazing Drake, I'm not here to glaze anybody. Let's go.
Really mess with. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted, I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but that's not the lesson. Clearly there's a deeper message. Deep cuts that never healed and how they got infected. Like if Dave really fucked your girl and got her pregnant. Talk about breeding resentment. Not sure how to ease the sentiment, the shit's too intimate. I'm praying you recover from both incidents, but you a piece of shit, so this shit really no coincidence. Drake is not a name that you gon' see on no sex offender list. Easy does it. You mentioned an A minor, but niggas gotta be sharp and tell the fans who was it. You thought...
Okay. The A minor line was in Not Like Us. You mentioned an A minor, but these guys, they got a B sharp and tell the fans who was it. So he's still playing on Drake is playing on the A minor line and turn it around here.
You mentioned an A minor, but niggas gotta be sharp and tell the fans who was it. You thought you left D flat, D major. I'll slit your throat with the razor and do Rick Ross hair like that one flight from Malaysia. I'm your baby.
Okay. You thought you left D flat, E major. So D flat is talking about Drake. You thought you left me flat on the ground because of how you did your diss. But E major, I slit your throat with the razor and do recross air like that's one flight from Malaysia. Recently, Rick Ross had his private jet crashed into Malaysia due to, I think there was like a missile hit on his private jet. So he's just saying that, dude, you thought you had me with the A minor thing, but I'm here taking it back around, and I'm going to give you like a missile. I'm sending a missile to you that could make you crash down to the ground, referencing the Rick Ross thing. Also know that he has a beef with Rick Ross. And this is just a very brilliant way a brilliant slick way to play on the A minor line and turn it back around for Kendrick. And also he also talked about the day free thing too. He also mentioned it in this particular verse. So, but let's just continue going.
Baby mama screensaver. Only fucking with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Browns. I'd never look twice at no teenager. I'm a fucking hit maker, dawg, not a peacemaker. Yeah, bullets that I'm stuffing in each chamber. Your ass in extreme danger. Stop buying views and buy comments. You may as well keep the paper. Shit you about to need for later. I give a fuck about your...
Stop buying views and buy comments. You may as well keep the paper. I might need it for later. So this is actually to be honest, it's cap. It's cap because I don't believe that Kendrick is buying any views. We know that Kendrick is one of the most influential rappers of this generation. And of course, the Not Like Us verse that dropped yesterday had 17 million in a day. Had 17 million views in a day. So Drake is turning that around that, dude, you're buying views. Don't buy views, buy the comments. Buy comments. So I'll even like to even go back to see if the comments correlate with the views, because this reference here, it's sus, man. Let's take it back a bit.
Comments, you may as well keep the paper. Shit you about to need for later. I give a fuck about your streaming data. You could drop 100 more records, I'll see you later. Yeah, maybe when you meet your maker. I don't wanna fight with a woman beater. It feeds your nature. If you still bumping R. Kelly, you could thank the savior. Said if they deleted his music, then your music is going to a hypocrite. I don't understand why these people praise you. Sounding like you sent him commissary when he needs some paper. Album dropping soon, no wonder you turn a clout chaser instead of doing hard labor. Nigga, I see you when I see you like Fantasia. Whitney, you can hit me if you need a favor. And when I say I hit your back, it's a lot safer. I promise.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this shit was some good exercise.
Good exercise.
Right? It's good to get.
Okay, one thing I have to take note, I have to just say here that this is actually the first direct diss from Drake to Kendrick without going to shade or diss any other rapper inside. The last ones he has been shading some other rappers in it, and this one, it's all Kendrick. This is just to respond directly to Midi Graham and Not Like Us. So let's take it back a bit. Let's go.
I'm not gonna lie, this shit was some good exercise. Right? It's good to get out, get the pen working.
Okay.
You would be a worthy competitor if I was really a predator and you weren't fucking lying to every blogger and editor, but it is what it is. You definitely got this shit burnt the fuck out though. Like, you got 10 more records to drop. The one before the last one, we finessed you into telling a story that doesn't even exist.
Okay.
And then you go and drop the West Coast one and try and cover that up. I would like that one. That would be some shit I could dance to if you wasn't tripling down on some whole other bullshit. But, you know, at least your fans are getting some raps out of you. I'm happy I can motivate you, bring you back to the game. Like,
facts.
You know, but just let me know when we're getting to the facts.
Okay, you know, what he said there, and I said facts, is that he said at least your fans are getting some raps out of you. One of the things that Kendrick Lamar's fans have been missing out on is consistent music from Kendrick, because Kendrick is the kind of guy that he can go into his shell, then come back later and drop music. Before he dropped the last album he dropped, before Mr. Morale, it was about 4 years before he dropped Mr. Morale. So Kendrick is not the kind of rapper that you see music from every time. So it's good that we see Kendrick dropping twice, 3 times, 4 times within 2 weeks. That's like one in a lifetime experience. So this was actually a good way to get Kendrick back active and giving us some good music. So what Drake said here is actually true. Let's go.
Everything in my shit is facts.
Okay.
I'm waiting on you to return the favor, like.
I'm waiting for you to return the favor. So it's what he's just saying there, that he's waiting for Kendrick to drop facts on him. So since Drake is saying, all he's saying here is facts, which is inclusive of him planting a mole and feeding Kendrick false information. then that was actually some good one from Drake, man. So will I rank this the Heart Part 6 over K Dog's Meet the Grahams? Because for some reason I don't really see Not Like Us as a proper this because of the way it was written. It wasn't written like a proper diss track. It was written like a track, a good music, of which some of the verses shaded Drake. Some things there shaded Drake, but I don't see it as a proper this record because of the style, the writing game, in fact, I just feel like it's a supporting track because for what I've noticed from their disc is that they've been dropping supporting tracks after they drop an actual disc, they drop a supporting track. They drop an actual disc and a supporting track. At least for Kendrick, Drake did the same thing with his first one. He did push-ups. He did Tailor Made Freestyle, which was the supporting track. Then Kendrick did Euphoria, did 616 in LA, which was a supporting track. Did Meet the Grahams, then Not Like Us, a supporting track. Then Drake released this as a response to Meet the Grahams, just to actually to counter all the narratives that were said against him. And to be honest, this is actually a valid diss track, man. And I'm on Drake's side with this because I feel like Drake, like, it's most likely that Drake planted a mole than him having an actual 11-year-old daughter. This seems to be more realistic, that he planted the mole and somebody from his team fed Kendrick the wrong information than him actually having an 11-year-old daughter. This seems more realistic to me. So who is lying among them, I will just go towards Drake because I feel like Drake seems to be telling a more realistic story than Kendrick talking about the whole 11-year-old daughter thing. The pedophilia thing too. It's kind of sketchy though. It's kind of like a gray area. But to be honest, I feel like if Drake had done things the way Kendrick painted it, it would have been out. It would have been out at least once. There's no rumor surrounding that in any way. You know, even when Drake called Kendrick a woman beater, there's a past accusation of Kendrick beating a woman, even though it came out to be false, which means that Kendrick was not guilty of that. But at least there was a narrative painted in the past about that. So it's more in line with Drake's verses and Drake's diss than Kendrick's own is, because Kendrick's own seems to be a little bit more abstract in terms of accusing Drake of having a daughter, then talking about Drake being a pedophilia. It seems to be a little bit more abstract than Drake's own this. So this is my take. Tell me what you think about this. I'll go by the name is Coach Prince. I'll see you on the next one. Please don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to this, and guys, peace.